Time to talk to Joachim Scheide from the Kiel Institute for the World Economy. Welcome, first of all.
Hello.
Now, Italy, as we saw in that report, is a manufacturing powerhouse. Is that going to be enough to get them through this crisis?
Well, first of all, they have a very high debt-to-GDP ratio. The government is highly in debt. It's as much as it was in the beginning of the currency union in 1999. Mm-hmm. So they have to deal with that, and that's a problem. And that's also a problem for banks, because banks are holding large amounts of these. On the other hand, of course, there's a lot of private enterprise going on, people who are very successful in producing, and we saw the railway. That's the kind of investment that we need, and it comes, as we know from the past, it comes from the private sector. Economic growth is driven by the private sector, not so much by the government at all.
Why has Italy taken so long to start thinking about changing its debt situation? I mean, has it always thought it can cope with this until now, until this crisis has hit?
Well, until 2007, they didn't do too poorly, but they were still way above the 60% hurdle of the Maastricht Treaty. And with the crisis, this debt to GDP ratio, as we call it, it exploded, and it's now where it is, and it will not go down by itself. So they have to do a lot, and the interest rate burden is very high, so it's very difficult for them to do it. And I think there's no alternative than to do budget consolidation as is required.
And austerity, I suppose, is what you're getting at here. Now, Rome is in huge protests. Is Mr. Monti and his austerity plan going to survive?
Well, that's a difficult question, and I cannot answer it. It seemed to be very good at the beginning. He got a lot of energy and a lot of plans, but now there are difficulties to put these plans into practice, and therefore I see some problems ahead, whether he can really succeed.
Would you say he's steering the country in the right direction, though?
The direction is correct, but he also needs support from his cabinet members and from the population, and that is, of course, as we know, very difficult for a politician, especially one who is independent.
Well, a lot of Italians blame Germany for the mess that they're in. Same thing's been happening in Greece. A lot of anger directed at the German government. Is that fair?
I don't think it's fair at all. Even if I was not German, I would say that. I think Germany has invested a lot of money in order to avoid a bankruptcy of countries. And I think it's fair that Germany now says, well, we want our money back sooner or later, and please do something that you are able in the future to pay it back. And I think that's only fair.
Talking about the future, the uncertainty is higher than ever, the mess messier than ever. What are the coming months going to bring us here in the Eurozone?
There will not be any calming down. I think we are running to a tipping point where either there will be a massive decision, let's say, in favor of Eurobonds, in favor of massive liquidity by the ECB, even accepting inflation. That's one way. That's something we do not want today, but it may be the outcome if the alternative is a collapse of the monetary union.
Mr. Scheide, thank you very much.
Thank you.